You're probably wondering how I got here. This is a video of me benching 225. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact methods that I use to strengthen my chest. I first began working out about 2 years ago. Now the first 6 months were all calisthenics. I did pull-ups, weighted push-ups, weighted dips, and this is what built the foundation for the body that I now have today. Eventually, I began weight training. This greatly improved my strength and muscle mass. Along with this, I also began to do isolation movements. This was a game changer for chest gains especially. Isolation movements are designed to target specific muscles, even down to specific parts of each muscle. Around this time is when I discovered there are actually 3 different parts to the chest: upper, middle, and lower. After understanding this, I actually began to choose specific movements to target those parts of the chest. This is where I began to see some real gains. Now I'm about to show you the 3 exercises that completely exploded my bench progress over the last few years. Starting off is the incline dumbbell press. This is by far one of my favorite upper chest movements because you are not limited to the range of motion of a barbell or a machine. This is so important because when you're doing an exercise, you want to be able to get enough stretch to properly stimulate and grow the muscle. Next up, we got chest flies. Now the mid-chest is targeted in most, if not all, chest exercises, but my favorite exercise in isolating the mid-chest have to be chest flies. There are many variations of this exercise, one of my favorites being dumbbell chest flies, but now I'm actually moving towards the cable approach. Cables provide tension throughout the whole entire exercise, whereas dumbbells peak at the stretched position and do not provide much tension at the peak. I will make a separate video going over how I perform all these exercises and maybe some exercises that are actually better for you, so stay tuned for that video. Last, but definitely not least, we have dips. Dips are an excellent way of isolating the lower chest if you know how to properly perform them. Along with this, they also look pretty awesome. If you implement all 3 of these exercises into your workout routine, or at least 3 variations of these exercises, then I guarantee that you will see progress. Now it's time to talk about volume, intensity, and recovery. When you work out at a high volume and intensity but don't give your body enough time to rest and recover, then you can get very easily overworked. When this happens, it can greatly hinder or even stop muscle and strength growth in some circumstances. This is often the way that many people plateau on bench press or any exercise and can't break from a certain weight. And there's one easy way to fix this: lower your volume and intensity. You do not need to go to failure for 5 sets every exercise to properly stimulate and grow a muscle. Now, your training volume does heavily depend on your fitness goals. If your main focus is strength, then you should prioritize higher sets, lower reps at higher weight, and also higher rest times in between your sets. An example of this would be doing 4 to 6 sets of squats, 3 to 5 reps, and 5 minutes of rest time in between the sets. But if your main focus is hypertrophy or muscle gain, then you should focus on less sets, higher reps, and lower rest times in between sets. An example of this would be 3 to 4 sets of bicep curls, with about 8 to 12 reps and 1 to 2 minutes of rest time in between sets. Now that we have discussed all the different exercises along with volume, intensity, and recovery, it is time to talk about nutrition. You could be the most consistent lifter in the world, but if you do not consume a proper nutrition, then you will never reach your max potential. I'm going to tell you the 3 macronutrients that are most important for muscle and strength gain. Starting off, we got protein. Protein is built of many amino acids that are basically the building blocks of muscle. Second, we have carbohydrates. Carbohydrates fuel and energize the body. Third, we have fats. Fats regulate your body's hormones, including testosterone, which is extremely important for muscle gain. Now, you're probably wondering how many of these macronutrients you should be consuming. The most recent studies show that about 25% of your total calories should be in protein and also 25% in fat, and 50% of your total calories should be in carbs. So if you are consuming around 3,000 calories a day, then about 750 of those calories should be protein, 750 should be fats, and about 1,500 should be carbs. And that, everyone, is how I benched 225 on the bench press at 15 years old. Stick around for my next video diving deeper into my chest workouts, showing you correct form and alternate exercises that might work better for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, subscribe if you want to see more from a teen bodybuilder. See you in the next one.